Hello, Mike Lawrence here. Welcome to part 2 of building a solid body 3-string electric guitar. And in this episode, part 2, I plan on finishing most everything that needs to be done to the body before moving on to building the neck. So here we go with part 2. Okay, I've done a lot of sanding, smoothing of the front and back and all the way around the sides, front and back. Now I'm ready to round over the edges of the guitar, top and bottom. So we'll do that right now. I will make some marks right here to remind me, don't route past this point, because my bolt on deck, the bolts will go right here, and I want this radius from here to here to be a lesser radius than what I'm putting around the edge. So this is just a little reminder to me to stop with the radius I'm using right now. Don't go inside these lines. All right, now I'll change the bit in the router to a much lesser radius bit to do around the edges up there around where the neck's going to go. So this is the bit that I use to put the radius around the main part of the guitar body. It's a 3/8 radius, and this is the one that will go around the neck pocket. Quite a bit of difference. So here we go with the 1/8 radius. Okay, now it's just a matter of blending the two radiuses together with some sandpaper. And we'll get the burn marks out too while we're at it, which is a common thing anytime you use a router. Got some burn marks to get out. All right, looks like I've got all the burn marks out now. Looking pretty good. Do a little bit more work on the transition between the two radiuses later on. But right now, pretty good. So the type of output jacks I always use are Switchcraft. Anything from Switchcraft is going to be good. And if you want to know how to tell if you've got a Switchcraft output jack, is just look right here inside, and it says Switchcraft right there, stamped into it. It cannot be mistaken. Some of those cheap Chinese output jacks are nothing but trouble. These are trouble-free. Very well made. That's what I use. For this type of solid body guitar, just like on a Telecaster or a, well, let's just say Telecaster, or a, maybe a Les Paul, you're going to have some type of a plate, and I probably won't use that plate because it has a curve in it. It's meant for a Les Paul. It's got a slight curve in it. So I can either straighten that curve out and use it, or I can do something else. I'll probably do something else. But the hole that you have to have for the output jack has to be big enough for this whole thing to fit into it. So it takes a pretty good size hole. I think it's a 7/8 hole. So here we go with that. One thing I'll mention, when you're laminating two pieces of timber together, in a way it makes it better than one solid piece, because wood does move around, and you can see where the two pieces are joined together. It looks like an eye, right? Looks like an eye. But what I have done is I've turned the two pieces of the grain into two pieces of wood against each other. So any kind of movement that one of the pieces might try to make, the other one is going to counteract it. So that's a pretty good feature of laminating two pieces of wood together. And hopefully when I get done, I hope to use a finish on it where you can see the grain, not make it a solid color to hide the grain, because the grain in ash is kind of nice. All right, I've got my 7/8 hole drill. Very neat job. And you can see that fits right in there. Plenty of room. So that part's done now. So the output jack cavity is opened up to the control cavity. Next, I think I'll move on to building the neck. Well, that's it for part 2. The body is pretty well finished. The next thing I'll do is get started on the neck, and that'll be part 3. Thank you for watching. Check back in a day or two. Part 3 will be online, and hope to see you then. Goodbye.